Alec Baldwin will be back on the set of Rust tomorrow. They are, as promised, resuming production of the film. This, of course, is the movie where he had pulled the trigger and Halyna Hutchins died as a result, the cinematographer. They had said they wanted to continue, finish the film in honor of Halyna.
Which felt improbable at the time.
Right, especially with now charges have been filed and that trial is looming.
This is the manslaughter trial against both Alec Baldwin and the armorer, Halyna Hutchins.
Now, Halyna Hutchins will not be involved in the production going forward. They're no longer filming in New Mexico. They're going to be in Montana. They've recreated the western town where they were filming in New Mexico. So she won't be there, but Alec Baldwin, the rest of the cast will be there.
But there's something interesting about this. The Halyna Hutchins' husband filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Alec Baldwin and others. It was settled, and one of the provisions of the settlement is that he is now an executive producer on that film set.
Right.
And so the question, will he end up showing up for
will he be involved in any way hands-on? Will he be there just, I don't know, to make a speech to the cast and crew as they start finishing the film? It is...
Yeah, I'd imagine he's going to be there at least in the early part of this film. It's being filmed in Montana. One of the sets is an exact sort of replica of the church where the fatal incident went down, and I would think he would want to be there because it's going to be an emotional first day at the very least when they get this production back off the ground.
So, Derek, I want to get your reaction to this because, look, if the prosecutor is saying that Halyna Hutchins is the expert, why do you need an actor to double-check her work? So it made no sense to me, other than publicity, why they ended up filing against Alec Baldwin. That said, I think this movie is being shot again, not so much to finish the movie as it is almost absolution to say, we did nothing wrong, and we're going to continue on with the movie. And I think it's optics as much as anything.
Hold on, but they had made the decision to finish the movie before the charges.
I never believed.
Long before the charges were filed.
But initially, I didn't believe it. Now I really think they're going, because, look, it's a low-budget movie. To move it to Montana is so expensive. I think this is optics as much as anything.
Yeah, but I'm not sure which way the optics cut. I mean, you're saying it shows that they have nothing to hide and the movie didn't do anything wrong, and that's why they're moving forward. I think it could actually sort of backfire on them and look like they're sort of callously disregarding a fatal incident and moving forward with a profitable production to make a buck.
But that's why they've got Halyna's husband.
That certainly helps, and I think the prosecution, to your earlier point, has been a disaster. There's no doubt that it's been falling apart. The special prosecutor already stepped down. However, I think there's something to be said for the buck stops here. Yes, Halyna Hutchins was the armorer, but he was an executive producer on that film, and ultimately, he might be the one responsible.
When the charges were announced against Alec Baldwin, Matthew's attorney said that what was the phrase that we support?
It was confusing.
It was basically saying that they supported the prosecution.
Right, even though they settled with him and said that justice was done.
Right.
So it's a little bit confusing, but I think in the end, the fact that he is an executive producer on this, and also, I just think it's absurd to charge an actor and an executive producer who's basically getting back-end profits, and that's why he's an executive producer and not doing day-to-day work, to charge him when they've already said that the person who should have been looking is the armorer.
Hey, I'm Luke Walksmith from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think the whole situation with Halyna is really unfortunate. I hope her husband gets her restitution, and I hope it just brings awareness to future film sets, not only this situation, but even with Brandon Lee in the 1990s.
Yeah, look, I think the real reason he's an executive producer here,
and the
reason they are finishing the film is that his family is going to get, they're going to get the back end.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Hold on one second. I may have some information. I just got information. He will not be on set.
Matthew will not be on set.
I literally just got this in a second. If you heard the ding, there you go.